Guys, 2021 is almost over and it's time to upgrade your wallet. Our friends at Ridge are here to help you step up your pocket game. Guys, this wallet is incredible. It's light, it's sleek, and industrial. It doesn't awkwardly bulge out of your back pocket. It's made for your front pocket and it will change your pocket game. Ridge wallets hold up to 12 cards, plus all the cash that you need. You can choose from over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium. It is the best wallet you can buy, and you don't just have to take my word for it. There's over 30,000 five-star reviews. I was skeptical at first, but once I tried it, I never went back, and I'm confident you won't either. Here's the deal. Try this out for 45 days. If you don't love it, send it back, get a full refund. If you decide to keep it, there's a lifetime warranty. A Ridge wallet is the perfect gift for the holidays. Save up to 15% from now until December 8th. With free worldwide shipping and returns. Just click on the link in the description or go to ridge.com/Chael. That's ridge.com/Chael. Use the promo code Chael for 15% off from now to December 8th with free worldwide shipping and returns. Jon Jones. Let's talk a little Jones here, guys. A lot of things have happened in Jon's life that got made public for us, including needing a new place to train. And I don't know how Jon's going to solve that, but I will be curious. And as a world champion who knows how to prepare, I suspect he'll solve that appropriately. But one thing that he's doing right now, I saw this over the weekend. Jon Jones did a workout with Jaden Cox. And it got on the media, and it was just a clip. It wasn't very long, but you could see those guys. Jon is fantastic. He is... I don't know what to tell you. What I saw from this little clip, try this sometime. And it wouldn't matter if you're a former wrestler or not. It can be you. Stand up, bend your knees, get in what looks like a wrestling stance, and then move around. You're not going to move that well. And you're not going to move that fast. And that doesn't matter even if you've never wrestled or if you're a former collegiate athlete. If that's not something you do on a regular basis, that is not a position that your body's going to move in. Jon's did. And it's the second thing I've seen on Jon Jones. There was another clip that had come out a couple of weeks earlier, even a few days earlier, but it was Jon moving around with Henry Cejudo. And I saw the same thing. Now, this was stand-up. If you go watch these clips, Chael, how can you get an opinion from this? Not a whole lot happened. I don't disagree with that, but I do have an opinion on the way that Jon's body moves. Jon did some stuff just mirroring and just moving down the road, the room with Henry Cejudo that other athletes can't do. In addition to that, Jon did some movements that I've never seen him do. The one consistency with Jon Jones, and there's a number of things that took him to the top, but one consistency with Jon Jones is every time you see him fight, you will see something that you've never seen before, and it does not matter how many times he fights. When he did this between the second match and the first match, or the third match and the second match, or the fifth match and the fourth match, okay, great. He's new, he's young, he hasn't showed us everything. He is defending world championships. He's done, how many rounds has he done, guys? 100? That's probably an exaggeration. He's still doing new things, and I'm seeing it even within the training. I saw him doing things. If I could stand up and show you what I saw with the foot movement and the way that he was moving. Just playing around and just either warming up or cooling down with Henry Cejudo. It's things that Jon has never done. How he continues to get better, I don't know. All right, when you're the best in the world, there really isn't anywhere you need to go. But when you find a guy that got there and continues to get better, and then you hear the work ethic stories of Jon Jones, which are never positive. Right, his own teammates, they're the ones that released everything on Jon. The rest of us would never know a damn thing about Jon. It's his own teammates that hate him, but they hate him out of jealousy. When they tell me the stories, it all comes down to because Jon is in the room the least amount of time and getting the best result. It just frustrates them. But let's say those things are true. How's he getting better? It takes so much time. It takes so much work. You could put 3 and 4 and 5 months in and hope to learn one new skill that you could actually bring to competition. Not something you could just do in the practice room, something when the house is on fire that you turn to protect yourself under the unified rules. Jon pulls out 3 and 4 of these things every time he fights, and I'm seeing them right now. I could see an athleticism. I could see a playfulness. I could see a confidence in the 20 or less second clip that was posted of Jon Jones with J'den Cox. I could see the same thing when Jon Jones was moving down the road with Henry Cejudo. I can't tell you how. I can't tell you why. I can tell you there are rules to humanity. Just good, basic, logical principles that nobody can get around. Jon Jones gets around them. And if you ever want to dismiss Jon or come to the conclusion that things were getting pretty close when Jon left, and you're not going to get better at something by not doing something, which logically makes perfect sense. Nobody disagrees with you. That sounds like poetry coming out of my mouth. Makes perfect sense. We don't get better at something by not doing it. Well, Jon's done a number of things that nobody else can do, in all fairness. Jon became champion of the world younger than anybody. Jon defended that championship more times than anybody. Jon walked away from a belt and is going to move into a new division and be the first and number one contender as soon as he comes back, which nobody else has ever done. I mean, he's done a lot of things that nobody can do. And I have been very interested. Aside from, right, I would be the hater against Jon. I'm waiting for Jon to lose. But set that aside for a minute. Let's just be fair. Let's be real people that are speaking to only what we see. Not what we think, not even what we want, what we see. I was very interested in the Jon Jones experience. The experiment, rather, of Jon Jones, which is him later in life, I think he's 34 years old, 35 even, changing his physiology and becoming a heavyweight with the kind of mass, with the leanness that he believes he needs to have, and see how that's going to affect his balance, his speed, his timing. Did you guys ever do sports when you were growing up, but you took a break? Maybe it was just summertime. Maybe you were in school sports. Summer rolls around, what's that, 7, 8, 9 weeks? But you go back to school. You go into your PE class or you go in to your extracurricular activity and you're terrible at it. You left pretty good, but now you're terrible. Your fear falling down. You can't figure out why. Well, that's balance. That's timing. That's speed. When you were a young kid and you're growing in the summer, you sprout up 2 inches. You gain 9 pounds. You have to start over from scratch. None of your timing is the same. None of your balance is the same. Everything has to be redone. You don't get control of your body until 25 years old. Broad stroke, 25 years old. Jon Jones has chose to change his body at 35 years old, and I'm telling you, it's working. It shouldn't. I agree it shouldn't. I agree this doesn't make sense. I'm telling you what I saw. I'm seeing a bigger, equally as fast, well-proportioned, positive attitude, quick, limber Jon Jones. There is no part of me that is convinced. There's a big part of me that hopes it isn't true. There is no part of me that would bet $1 because I am not convinced Jon Jones does not, again, become the world champion.